It's not a normal world, it's Taskmaster world. Now I'm sorry if this video looks like it's at a wonky angle. From the viewfinder, we just stand here, from the viewfinder it looks like it's at a wonky angle. But nonetheless, we'll crack on. Now, obviously, there'll be Christmassy stuff appearing here and here as time goes. We already have a Christmassy pillow, but the reason why you're watching this clip 27 times. It's one reason and one reason only. Now, I did a poll on YouTube community tab where I asked if you want me to do UK content on here for Taskmaster UK. And I'm like, right, I'll do it then, because the poll says so. And on the third channel, the weird side, linking this. No, if you go to channels, it'll be there. And on that channel, I did UK content and Taskmaster content in general before this channel existed. Now, what you'll see is my review on series 10, 11 and 12 of Taskmaster UK. Apart from series 11, it's a little bit weird because I don't know where review number 4 is, so I'm missing a review somewhere. So hopefully I'll discover that, which you're probably watching series 11 episode 4 review. I don't know which video you're watching, because I'm recording this for all 27, so I just have to plonk this into all 27 of the videos. So enjoy is all I'm saying. But two of the videos where I talk about New Zealand and Finland are videos, the type of videos I want to do on this channel. So I will be reviewing series 13 on this channel when it comes out on channel 4. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy! Hello everyone and welcome to the third channel! Hopefully the multi-camera thing works. I haven't got the height thing sorted, so the height thing doesn't work. But hopefully that doesn't matter at all. It shouldn't matter theoretically, but who knows, because I've got, as you can see, a little bit of my head cut off. Now, when I turn my head on this camera, you'll see the side of my face. So I'll know to cut it there, to cut to you. But the audio is coming from you. If you see what I mean, I quite like this. But anyway, so today we're talking about Taskmaster, Series 12, Episode 3. Now, I didn't watch it live, because I was out. So I watched it afterwards. Oh, I love this moment when I turn and talk to you, and then turn to talk to you again. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. It's harder for me to edit if I get sidetracked. Now, let's start with the prize task. Now, I actually wrote down what the prize task was. So the prize task was the most old-fashioned thing. Well, I just love the multi-camera video. I just love this. Why did I not think to do this earlier? I don't know. Now, with having the multi-camera, why did it say multi-camera? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm not very good at spelling, so I might have forgotten that was Morgana, because it says something else instead of what it's supposed to say. So Morgana brought in an old-fashioned mixer, because like a grandma used to do, because a grandma is in Australia. Alan brought in a VCR and a VHS of Jonathan Creek, which is his programme. Fantastic programme. Victoria Corinne Mitchell, I was going to say Victoria Wood, but Victoria Corinne Mitchell brought in some Tipex. Gus brought in an old Nokia. What is my favourite one out of those, you might ask, kind viewer, on camera number 2? Well, I'm going to say the VHS VCR, because we mentioned on the podcast that Desiree still had some at home. She only recently got rid of her VCR, but I still have VHSs if you're a key watcher of the channel. Now let's get into task 1. Now task 1 was Copy Alex. Copy Alex. The music on the Copy Alex task was amazing. Now, on the podcast it seemed like Alan and the gang had heard the song during the actions, not just in post. So if anyone knows what that song was called, please do tell me. Now, they did it in an order where they played 2 people at once, but this time they played 3. They're all trying to copy Alex. Now, we start off with Morgana, Alan, and Gus. Now, they were very funny. They're not very good at remembering though. And I felt like some of it was like Mary Poppins. Because there's a segment in it, right? It's like the best thing ever. Where they pull out this like straw type thing from the bag. And it just reminded me of Mary Poppins. So yeah, I love this multi-camera stuff. And you can also see my lovely door in camera number 2. Not camera 1, camera 2. And I'll take my time then. Because I've done it so I've got enough time to film this perfectly. Without any errors. I'm watching a tutorial to do this properly. If you get what I mean. Now, they all missed it. They missed an action which was the... I'm thinking it's a massive... not plastic, but probably like cardboardy straw, because it looks like it. Or it could be toothpaste. They've all got a multicoloured thing to it. Now let's go into Desiree and Victoria. Now, Victoria was amazing at this task. Not so much Desiree. Because in the beginning they were doing worse, but Victoria did really well. And Alex really did have a big straw. It was, let me just put my iPad down. It was around about, like, that big. That big, if you can properly see it, because we got some screen over here, but it's about that big, camera number 2. So I say words like 2, 1, just so I know in the edit, I need to go to camera number 2. 2. I'm talking to camera number 2. So, I had a conversation with camera number 1 right there. Anyway, so it's like this big. Right, let me get my iPad back. Now, oh, I'm so excited about this. I want to do this more often. So, it's going to be a nightmare for me to edit in it. Yeah. Task 2. Desiree and Victoria went first. Now, you had to build a sand bridge over Taskmaster Island from Series 10. Or was it Series 11 that they had Taskmaster Island? I think they had Taskmaster Island in both series. I'm not 100% sure on that fact. So don't quote me on it. Don't quote me. And hopefully, I'm sorry about the quality change from this camera to this camera. So from 1 to 2. Now, Desiree and Victoria went first, as in with the watching of the videos. Desiree was good at it. Victoria thought about it too logically. Yeah, that's Victoria's problem. She talks about it too logically and it ruined a little bit of it. But Victoria is a fantastic contestant, so I don't mind some of the time, if you see what I mean. Now, Desiree made a mess. Victoria used a cow. Them two thought, I'll use a cow to prop up the egg. Why would you do that? I don't know, why would you do that? It's weird. It's not sand. If they put the cow as a model and then made a model version of the cow and use a sand version of the cow, then yes, that would be sand. But it wasn't. Then we move on to Alan and Gus. Now, Alan and Gus got straight into it and used the cow. What's the obsession with this? I think it's like a miniature version of Linda, which is the cow, if you don't remember, when I interviewed Alex on this channel. If you want to see it, it'll be in a playlist over on the main channel. Oh, I'll be so intrigued when I edit this. Now, Alan did a brilliant bridge and lost confidence and smashed it. Yes, he had the best bridge, but then, I'll show you my hands again, because I've got multi-camera that can do this. So he had the big bridge, right, and then he went like this, and smashed it, right? He smashed it, like that, and smashed it, or crushed it. See, that clap there didn't affect with the clap you saw at the beginning of the video, because I did 3 claps in the beginning, and that clap didn't mean anything. I'm only tracking the beginning of the video. So he crushed it, and it absolutely ruined it. Now let's go back to my notes. Now Gus just made a mess, yes, but then we had Morgana on her own, and with having Morgana on her own, she did one thing differently. Now Morgana found the crow called Troy, which with Alex's help she worked out it was about Helena of Troy. And with Helena of Troy, it's a ancient Greek, if I'm not mistaken, Greek story about Helena of Troy got saved, and that helped to mean that Morgana could in fact actually unlock a new side of the table, which is what Taskmaster does best. Now, with it being such an incredible way to complete a task, it meant that she got a lot done. I'm sort of worried this will run out of charge, SD card wise. Anyway, I'll talk to you for a little bit then. And it was just incredible. Now we move on to task number 3. Now with task number 3, they have to film a 30 second film. Now because you can't really write much notes, I wrote down what the films are, and I'll give you a brief rundown of my thoughts. Let's start off with Morgana. Morgana was a spooky film. Alex was playing the ghosts, and Alex appeared at the very end of the film. And Victoria animated a James Bond film by drawing on plasterboard and drew on it, and then flipped it and showed the camera, because he had to film it from I can't show my foot from any angle, from their feet, because they had a welly on it with a camera in it, which meant that they could do that. Then we had Gus with the westerns using West Country words like noir, which I think is like stereotyped, and it was a new genre apparently, but I didn't understand the film whatsoever because it made no sense in the story. Alan did a puppet film, filmed in the bath with all the rubber ducks. That's the theme during this task. And I think that's it. Or I must have missed. Yeah, I missed writing about Desiree. No, I didn't. She did a horror film when the ducks tried to kill her. Now let's go on to the live task. Only Alan and Gus were on stage at the beginning for round 1, and then it went on to the others. And camera number 2 is flashing at me. Right, well hurry up. Now, they all did very well in this, because they had to act out the scene. Now the winner of the episode was with 2 points was Desiree, or 21 points, sorry. No one can ever get 2 points. Was Desiree Birch. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really did enjoy the live task. There was a lot of fun in it, and there was a lot of shadows involved. But thank you guys for watching. Time on, time out. Bye!
Hello everyone, please subscribe to Taskmaster World.